Welcome back to another video. Now I know it's possibly not the start of summer, so you might not be looking at skirts right now, but save this video for later and you can come back to it and have a look at all the amazing patterns. Now I'm going to preface this by, if you're into frills and gathers and tiers, this is not the video for you. A lot of them are measuring your own body, because I think it is something that we all need to start doing and stop relying so much on PDF patterns which don't fit us. Especially for me, my waist to hip ratio is way off. Like, depending on the pattern, I can be 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 sizes difference, and depending on my weight fluctuations as well. And I'm wearing a skirt today. It was supposed to be a wrap dress, but it went really wrong because my torso is so short in compared to my legs. It just didn't work. And I think I am feeling my dress era coming on, my skirt era even. I used to wear skirts at uni, and then since sort of becoming a mum and stuff, I've just stuck around in trousers, and I think I'm starting to feel like a bit more feminine, and I've enjoyed flouncing around in my skirt today. I felt really nice, and it's a length I would possibly not consider for. It's like mid-calf, and I'm in love. So I have enjoyed looking through some of these patterns today. They are really lovely. We're going to kick off with Mood. Mood have the biggest range of patterns, really, free patterns online. Now this one is more of a tutorial, and it's called the African Print Detachable Skirt. Now, what first caught me to this was the high-low hem. I am a huge fan of the high-low hem. I have a couple of skirts with high-low hems, and I just think they're really, really pretty. I don't think there's any other words to describe them really. I just think they're really feminine. So this is a tutorial where they are talking through how to basically make a detachable one of these. So you have your standard pencil skirt. They've used a McCall's pattern, so you can go and just get like any standard like pencil skirt pattern that you have, or one from one of these videos. I think Mood must have one, and then it's basically just a set of instructions on how to add on a detachable high-low hem, which I think is a fantastic way to really like change an outfit without having to go ahead and buy, like, if you really like the fabric, yeah, you can have like it's a 2-in-1 basically. So that's just a little tutorial how to do that. The next, I actually have this cut out. So I bought a Zara scarf from a charity shop last year, year before, I can't remember. And this is the Cassia skirt, and I've cut out the pieces and everything, and I like the length of this, and it's definitely something I would have worn while I was at uni. It's got humongous patch pockets on it, and it's got really nice detailing with the buttons. It's a nice simple A-line, and it cuts just above the knee. So this does give me like proper, with like tights and boots and a knit jumper, proper autumn cozy vibes for sure. And because it's a nice A-line fit, it really pulls you in the waist, and I just think an A-line fit is the most beautiful cut for a skirt for any person. I just think it makes women look really elegant and just really feminine and just really, really put together. And this one I do particularly like, just for the simplicity of it. Though you could make it simpler by cutting out, not having the placket and the buttons down the front. But I think having a little bit of extra design detail in your clothes sometimes can just bring a little bit of attention and detail and make it look a bit more of a professional finish. Next up is the Aspen Ensemble, which is just, again, another really simple pencil skirt. Bit more fitted in because it is a pencil skirt. Again, up to size 30, and was really, I just think this would look really good for if you're working in an office during the summer, and this is a good way to practice using invisible zippers. That is something that is on my radar to start learning to do. I would possibly make it a wee bit longer just so it hit a bit further down on my knee, but I like the way it looks on her bum. It looks really nice. It's nice and fitted, and she looks like she can still walk. It's giving me very, very, very polished look. I think no skirt recommendation video would be complete without a couple of calculators. Now, because I'm such a huge fan of the A-line skirt, you'd be no surprise that I'm a fan of the half circle and full circle skirts. I don't think you can get any easier sewing patterns than these, because you are doing it all from your own measurements. The flare nature of these skirts is to die for, absolutely stunning, and you will have something that is perfectly designed for you. You can go ahead and then add in, make it a wee bit bigger if you want, and add in a nice bit of elastic, so then you've got a little bit of growing room as well, you know, feeling a bit trimmer, feeling a bit not trimmed, depending on where you are in your life or your cycle. So I'm going to include a couple of links to some YouTube videos and tutorials and just sewing really beautiful circle skirts and half circle skirts. Now, Mood, basically, I've done this, but they've called it the Pinafore Collection. They basically just added a couple of straps onto a circle skirt and called it a pinafore. Now, I think the look is different, and if you have like a nice plain shirt or blouse on top, I just think you look very, very, very cute. I don't think you would look out of place sipping your chai lattes or pumpkin spice lattes in a village surrounded by pumpkins, let's say that, shall we? Continue with the theme of let's measure our bodies. With good jersey, you can't go wrong with a good pencil skirt, because it is nice and stretchy, really easy to make. You just need to seam it, hem it, add in a bit of elastic, and you have then a beautiful fitted skirt. So I've also included a couple of tutorials for this. They're just written tutorials, and I will include some YouTube video as well that I think will go really well. I think the beauty with these skirts is, depending on the fabric, the pattern you're using, it's either, it can be perfect for the office, but also perfect for a beach day as well. It's a really good in between transitional piece. This one has really caught my eye, and it is the Anthro inspired buffalo check pleated midi skirt sewing tutorial, easy no mark pleated method, and it is by the Sarah project. I don't know how she pronounces her name. Now, I said I was getting into my skirt girl era, and so she prefaces this: a few months ago I pinned an anthropology skirt, and I've been on the hunt for a great buffalo check ever since in an attempt to recreate it. And the fabric choice is not for me. I think it's a wee bit dour, a wee bit dark, but I think in like a tweed or a check, a brighter check, I think it would be perfect. And again, this is how to measure your body. So how she has written instructions on how to calculate the pleats on your skirt, and she's also included a couple of pictures. I will try and find a YouTube tutorial for this on how to do this, or I might actually just make this myself because it's so beautiful. And I love the length of it and the flare. I think it's a really classic silhouette. And if you make this in a viscose material, something lighter, I think it also really perfect like spring to autumn skirt, because even though it's going to be longer, say mid-calf, it's nice and flouncy. Like, imagine twirling in this, you would look fantastic. And then making it in a heavier material, you then have a really beautiful winter skirt. So this one, I think, has starting to steal my heart a wee bit. So we're continuing in the same vein of making skirts without necessarily needing a pattern. And another reason I think this is good, because I can't stand sticking a million bits of paper together, and especially for skirts and full of skirts, there's just a lot of blank pages that you're sticking together. So this is by Gathered, so you will have, and it is a DIY maxi skirt. So the Portia Laurie puts a luxe twist on festival-inspired style with this paisley skirt made to your exact measurements. And it is just a really easy maxi skirt. And it cuts off right at the ankle. And again, it's using your own measurements. And I think depending on what weight fabric you make this out of will depend what season it really suits for. So I'd possibly make this 1 or 2 inches shorter and make it in like a heavy wool, and it would be the perfect winter skirt then. because I don't think you actually necessarily need to wear trousers all year round. And I think this winter I would want to maybe experiment with being a skirt girly. It does have pockets. I mean, we love pockets. And again, because you're measuring your body, you are gonna get a perfectly fitted garment without any of the faff. I've been really disappointed with some patterns, and it's my own fault for not knowing my measurements and not knowing how to measure pattern pieces. So this is a really good way to transition into making stuff that fits you. So another one from Gathered is how to sew a wrap around skirt. So do you have a floral print in your stash? Bows and Blooms works wonderful with Debbie Wainhouse's DIY free wrap skirt pattern. And if you've seen in my videos, you know I quite like stuff that fit with you and changes with you, and you can't go wrong with the wrap skirt. And this one cuts right at the knee length, and it even has a YouTube video, so again, you know, it's winning for me right off the bat. You do need some elastic and snap fastener, and basically just a mini skirt, but you can choose your own length, obviously, so I would possibly make it a wee bit longer. This is called the free flat front skirt pattern, and you do have to sign up to her website, but it is free. And what I like about this is that from the front it just looks like a normal gathered skirt, and it's a really beautiful length, like mid calf or knee length, but around the back it's got the elastic in it, so it fits with you. And wearing this with like a long sleeve t-shirt and a really cozy cardigan, you're going to have a really lovely autumnal skirt. And if you make it something lighter, again, a beautiful spring summer skirt. Because, right, why don't all trousers and skirts, why don't we make more that changes with us? Why are we so insistent on one size fits you throughout your life? I do think it encourages fast fashion. It encourages you then to not have clothes that, let's say, fit me 5 years ago. I still like some of my clothes, but I'm just not going to get down to that size again, and they don't fit anymore. Why do all of my son's trousers fit him for an entire year, if not longer? Because around the front it's beautiful flat look, and then around the back he's got all the elastic, and I get to change the elastic size. It's got little buttons in, like a fantastic design idea. What age do kids get to when they stop telling them, well, yeah, leg length and your waist length, you must fit into this box, and if you don't fit in this box, it is not going to fit. And I can imagine he will have that problem, because he's going to be like his dad, like no hips but really tall, so he's going to struggle to find trousers that fit his hips and his waist and also fit the leg length. So I am a fan of stuff with changeable sizes, and this is a free pattern and a tutorial as well, so she talks you through exactly how to do it all, which I think is she even got a YouTube video, which you know I love, and I just think you can add such personal touches to this, and it would, like, depending what fabric you make it out of as well, would completely change the look. Now, I'm sure I've seen this pattern before. It's the Annie A-line skirt, and by this this pattern, and it has 103 customer reviews, so it is a well-tested pattern. So this comes in size 6 to 28. That's Australian sizes. There's no waistband, so it's super easy. It does look like you do need a invisible zipper, and she also has instructions on how to assemble your PDF pattern as well. So you can go look at Instagram and see everyone who has made it. And it just looks like it's a really simple, clean A-line skirt. I really don't think you can go wrong. And with a invisible zipper at the back as well. And I think, as an honourable mention, I think the pocket skirt by Peppermint Magazine. I have spoke about this in a previous video, and I just think this is really beautiful and gives you the sort of the cottagecore vibes that seem to be really popular right now, but without having gathers and tiers and ruffles and fluffy stuff. I don't like fluffy stuff. So yeah, that, I think that skirt is really, I do think that is beautiful. Like a nice heavyweight linen. It will see you through autumn and possibly summer, winter as well. Pair it with like a thick pair of tights and boots. You're gonna look really lovely. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong, especially with such a variety of fabric choices. So yeah, I think I'm entering my skirt girl era. I'm going to try and finish my Cassia skirt, and if I ever get around to that, I will post it. And I think I'm going to get some mid-length skirts, mid calf level skirts to see me through the rest of summer and into autumn and winter as well. Which one was your favourite? Do you have a load of skirts? If you do, drop your Instagram handle below and I will come check them out, because I am looking for skirt inspo right now, and I just really want some really feminine outfits that I can just stick a pair of nice boots on and go tramping through the mud to walk my family on every day of the week. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.